As an intending layer poultry farmer who wants to raise 1,000 birds, layer birds, from day old to 16 weeks, then this is one video you should watch to the end. In this video, we're talking about how much feed 1,000 layer poultry birds would consume from day old to 16 weeks, which is the point of lay. You want to watch this video to the end because trust me, you'll find it very, very helpful. Stick around. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Poultry with Modupe. My name is Modupe and I'm a layer poultry farmer doing business in Nigeria. So this is like a continuation to our feed consumption series. I have talked about how much feed 100 birds would consume from day old to 16 weeks. I've also made a video about how much 500 layer birds would consume from day old to 16 weeks. In this video, it is a step higher. We're looking at how much 1,000 birds are going to consume, how much feed they are going to consume from day old to 16 weeks. So I need to get my book now and let's start. But before then, I need to remind you, if you're coming across my face for the first time, I am a layer poultry farmer. I am doing business in Nigeria. I am a layer poultry consultant. I am a layer poultry trainer. You should stick around on this channel. So please subscribe, please turn on the notification bell so you're notified once a video from me drops. And my returning subscribers, my people, welcome back here again. So like I said, I have done this calculation in my notes already, so I'm just going to read them out. So we have to consider that feed is actually such a huge essential for broilers, for layers, for turkey and all that. So we're going to look at how much feed 1,000 layer birds would consume from day old to 16 weeks. So for the week one, and the way I do this series is that I am looking at it per week. So I'm not saying it per day. So this is like a weekly feed consumption, yes. So for the week one, the birds are going to consume 11 grams of feed per day. And you know how we do our calculation. If you've not seen these calculations, you should see my previous videos on this same series. So you should probably just look for the playlist on my channel, feed consumption series, and you should see that. So the way it is calculated is that for the first week, the birds are going to be feeding, each bird is going to consume 11 grams of feed per day. So we're going to say 11 times 1,000, we get that, that's 1,000 birds. 11 grams of feed times 1,000 birds, we get that figure. Then we will divide it by 1,000. So we get the figure in kilogram. Then when we get the figure in kilogram, we further divide it by 25 kg to be able to get the quantity of bags that they would consume, considering that our bags in this part of the world is in, our feed bag is in 25 kg. All right. So for one, then we're going to calculate times it by 7. That's 7 days a week to be able to get what they are going to consume for that week. So for week one again, they're going to consume 11 grams of feed per day, per bird. So 11 times 1,000 divided by 1,000 divided by 25. We now times it by 7 days a week. So right. So for that first week, the birds are going to consume 3 bags of feed for the first week. 3 bags of feed. Then for the second week, the birds are consuming 17 grams per bird. So for that second week, the birds are consuming 4.7 bags of feed. For the third week, week 3, they're going to consume 25 grams of feed per bird. And that will make, so for that 1 week, for that week 3, the 1,000 birds would consume 7 bags of feed. So it means that per day, for that third week, they're going to consume 1 bag. And again, I need to remind us that from week 1 to week 7, the birds are going to be fed with the starter feed. Yes, the starter feed. So after week 7, that's week 8 to 16, they're going to be fed with grower. So I need to also note that. So for week 4, we are increasing their feed to 32 grams of feed per day. And that will be 9 bags of feed for that week for 1,000 birds. For week 5, the birds are consuming 37 grams of feed per bird. So that is 10.3 bags of feed for that week. Then week 6, they are going to consume 42 grams of feed per bird. And that will be 11.8 grams of feed for that week, for 1,000 birds for that week. So week 7, and this is the week we're going to stop the starter feed. So week 7, they are consuming 46 grams of feed per bird, and that will be 12.8 bags of feed for that week. Now let's go to week 8, and this is where we start feeding the birds with grower feed, grower mash, grower, just grower feed anyway. So for week 8, we are increasing their feed to 50 grams of feed per bird per day, and that will be 14 bags of feed for that week. So this will mean that at week 8, we would increase the bags of the feed to 2 bags per day. You know, if you're going to feed them with 14 bags of feed for that 1 week, it will mean that, I know 1 week is 7 days. So if we're using 14 bags in 7 days, it will mean that we're consuming 2 bags per day, right? For 1,000 layer birds, for 1,000 poultry birds at 8 weeks. So for week 9, we are increasing the feed to 54 grams of feed per bird per day. And so for week 9, we are going to, the birds, the 1,000 birds are going to consume 15 bags of feed for week 9. At this point, I need to remind you that if you have not subscribed to this channel, to Poultry with Modupe, then something isn't right. So please click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Please like, please share, please comment. Let me also have your opinion also. And please, I need to remind you, my subscribers, please don't skip my ads when you come across it. This is your way of helping me on this channel. So let's go back to week. We've talked about week 9, that they are going to consume 15 bags of feed, right? So for week 10, we're increasing the bag to 58 grams of feed per bird, and that will be 16.2 bags for that week. So for week 11, we're increasing the feed further to 61 grams of feed per bird per day, and that will be 17 bags of feed for that week 11, for the 11th week, right? So from week 12, we're also increasing the bags of the grams per bird to 64 grams of feed per day. That is what each bird is going to consume, 64 grams of feed per day. So for 1,000 birds for 1 week, that is 18 bags of feed. So for week 13, we are further increasing their feed. So if you're following this series, you know that we literally increase each most of the grams every week. We increase it by, let's say, 3 or 4. Most of the time 4, sometimes 3. Yeah. So for week 13, we're increasing, you know, for week 12, we're using the 18 bags of feed for that week. So for week 13, 67 grams of feed per bird. So the birds are going to consume 18.7 bags for that week. Week 14, 70 grams per bird, and that will be 19.5 bags of feed for that week. And that's about 3.5 bags for 1,000. That's 3.5 bags per day for 1,000 birds at 14 weeks. Yeah, so in total for 1 week is 19.5 bags of feed. So for week 15, they are feeding with 73 grams of feed per day per bird, and that will be 20.5 bags of feed for that week 15. So I need to note that there's point of lay, there's point of cage. So when your birds are from 12 weeks, they call them points of cage. 12 weeks, 13 weeks, 14 weeks, 15 weeks, points of cage. Then 16 weeks is the point of lay. Let's know the difference between them. So for 15 weeks, we've said that the birds are going to be fed with 20.5 bags of feed for that week. So for the 16th week, I like to feed my birds with 80 grams of feed per day per bird, and that will be 22.4 bags of feed for the week, for week 16. So if you want to know how much so that's about it. So I need to drop my notes. So if you want to know how much more feed from going forward, I have other videos about how much feed you feed certain number of birds from week 16 to when they break even. And if you want me to do a video about certain quantity of birds, you can just let me know in the comment section. Like right now, I've done feed consumption for 100 birds, 500 birds, 1,000 birds. So if you want me to do for a certain number, you can write it in the comment section. And the video that has the highest like, I'm going to make that video next. I'm going to make the feed consumption series of that video next. So I need to also remind you that, of course, I'm a layer poultry farmer. I offer online consultation. The link to book an online consultation with me is going to be in the description box or in the link in my about. Please note that it is not free. Then also, I need to also advertise my ultimate trusted poultry vendor list. So that's about it for how much feed 1,000 layer birds are going to consume from day old to when they are 16 weeks, which is the point of lay time. So now you know it. And in total, yeah, I think I just mentioned everything. In total, they are going to consume 220 bags of feed for that 16 weeks period. 1,000 layer beds are going to consume 220 bags of feed from day old to week 16. Please let's note that 220 bags of feed. So from these 220 bags of feed, some of them will be starters and some of them will be grower feed. Yeah, and that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching to this extent. And so we'll see on another video. Like I said, if you want me to do a feed consumption on a certain number of birds, you can let me know in the comment section. So we'll see on another video. Bye bye.